Um, only thing left is what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, look at the Voltra and the planter. We need the Voltra. Oh shit! Forgot that was sitting right there. Um, yeah, we need to check out the planter and the Voltra tractor, and we also need to figure out that. Okay. Is there any other tools we need? Hold on a second. Oh, the plow. I wanted to switch plows. That was one of the main reasons. So we need plow, bigger tractor, and the planter. Okay. So let's start with the tractor. I want to go with the Voltra. We're going to do the big engine, 420, baby. We're going to do the wide tires and weights. Don't need the reverse driving. Roof setup. 5K just to change that. We're just going to leave it. Don't care about the door. I do want the dark interior though. Yes, we're doing the crop sensor. We're changing the color to matte black. We're going to do some white wheels. And make sure the license plate's back only. And jet black, baby. Okay. So, and then we're going to do the financing. It's $53K a month for 6 months. Let's do that. Then we need the plow. The main reason for this is to get the big plow. Main color. Let's just do jet black and design color jet black. Just black on black. So now we can use this and get through these fields way faster. Let's buy that. And then the planter. We want to go with this Vulture one. We want the solid fertilizing unit. We're not going to do the liquid fertilizer. Stick with Voltra and just change the color to black. Alright. That one's 109. Do I want to just buy this one out or do I want to finance this one? No, I have a lot of other I don't know. Let's finance this one too. And then we can also the small plow. We can sell that. It's only $4,500, but okay. So we got our. You know what? The front loader, I bought it. I don't know that I'm gonna really need it. I think I'm gonna get rid of that too. If we really desperately need it in the future, we can. Plus, I think I got one that was a little too small. So I got the Vulture planter, Vulture tractor. Oh, you know what? We need a bigger roller. Let's sell our roller. Now that we have this big open space, we need a bigger roller. Much bigger. I think there's one in here that's a 12 meters. Is it this one? Yeah. These are both 12 meters. They're both 7 miles an hour. Let's go with this one. Those some warning signs. Main color. Warning triangle? No, we have the warning signs. Main color. We're gonna just go jet black, baby. Everything is jet black now. That's the new way. And license plate only jet black. Okay. Let's buy this one. So now we have the roller. Alright, we need to send the Lambo over to help too. Oh man. And we still have enough in the bank account to fully pay the Lambo off next month. If it'll take all of it. If not, it'll take the 2 payments and then we still have some. But now we have a few more payments we're going to have to cover for the next 6 months. So we just need to be aware of that. But I think it was worth it, man. We got the big farm. We got everything rearranged and reset up. Alright, let me use this to grab the roller. So now we have a wider roller now too. Here's the new tractor. It's kind of like the opposite of the Lambo. I guess the Lambo has gray wheels, but it's white and black. We can put this on the front and fold it up just to get it home. Fold that up. Then we got our new seeder slash planter. You know, I know it's a little broken, you know, that we have one machine that'll do not all, but a lot of the seeding and planting at the, you know, crops. But at the same time, it's like we paid 110K for it, so it's, you know, it's not like we paid 10K for it. It's the same as buying two of them. It's just it happens to do it in one, so we don't have to have a bunch of extra equipment. Gee, is she a big girl? But that, I think it was worth it. And we still got to buy all the seeds and fertilizer for it and stuff. Oh man, I'm pretty. Oh, we also, you know what I just realized? Well, we don't need fertilizer for soybeans, but changed. So I guess we technically didn't need the fertilizer unit on this, but it doesn't matter. Let's see if we can get this girl in here. Hopefully. Okay, clipped right through it and distracted me enough that I slammed into the wall. I was distracted. Okay, well, holding it will allow you through. Okay. Let's pull this up. Come on, zoom back in. And let's just back this up right here. Yeah, that's probably close enough. Let's detach that. And then the plow. Let's detach the plow. Let's move the plow over. Don't knock it over, because I don't want to have to reset it. I mean, the Lambo's still over there. I could grab it. But still. And grab that. And just whip it over here. You know what? We can just put it right here in front of this door. Fuck this door. I don't give a shit. Okay. The corner. That trailer's fine over there. I don't give a shit. Put this bitch over here. Let's just park it like, bam. Okay, now I'm gonna back it up. Sure, that'll work. Let's. Man, we need to upgrade this. This is a sad little ass combine now. With all the new shit we got, that combine is looking sad. Hey, she gets the job done. But yeah, that's gonna be the next upgrade item, I think. You know, we finally got a large tractor that can handle the big stuff. We got a 12-meter plow, a 12-meter roller, a 12-meter... Oh, I need a lime spreader. I need a lime spreader. I just realized that. So we got plow, sow, roll, and harvest. And the only thing we're missing is the lime spreader for when that happens. Yeah, we need to get one. Okay. Alright, well. Open up. Alright, let's back this in here. Alright, good enough. Yeah, we definitely need the lime spreader. And I want to go with, yeah, not the broken one, just this one. Wheel setup standard, design standard, use fine capacity. So there's 10,000, 20,000, 40, or 100. Ooh. Let's do, we're going to be doing some big fields. And man, lime just evaporates so quickly. I'm wondering if we do the 40K or if we stick to the 20. 20K or 40K, 20K or 40K. I mean, it doesn't cost anything extra, but Let's just do the 20k, and then we're gonna go jet black, everything. Just gonna black it all out. That's the new design language for now, for this era. Inner color, jet black. You know what? Should we leave the outer rim color like white, maybe? Yeah, because it looks like the rear wheels on the Valtra with the wheel weight. Yep. License plate, back only. And let's choose that. Okay. There we go, 20k. Let's, yeah, see the Lambo's got like silver wheels, like gray silver. But the Vulture's got the white with the wheel weight, so it'll match the trailer. Okay, let's take the Vulture over. Ooh, it doesn't have the rotators. It's got the flashers. It's alright. Go grab our new lime spreader. I don't think the field needs lime yet, but we need to look into... I think we're planting soybeans on it, which means we gotta wait till April. But it's alright. Yeah, we made some progress. Ooh, cool little tail line. Nice little headline. Okay. Okay, Valtra. I see you, big girl. Yeah, there we go. The new lime spreader. Oops. It's a weird angle. Back it up. Okay. Yeah, see? The wheels match. That's perfect. Oh, shit. Hello, Mr. Truck. You know, oh man, I can't wait to get a truck. I have no use for it right now. But I want one. I want the truck. You know? You know what I mean? Just trucking. Give me a big old fat Silverado. Alright. Oh, shit. Squirrely. I'd like to buy this little plot next to us eventually. I think that's going to be the next one I aim for because it's right here by the house. Alright. Look at this. Jeez, the upgrade, the quickness of the upgrade was the biggest, like, surprise. Like, I was not expecting this, but then I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? The math is mathing. Yeah, math's adding up. There we go. Unhook that bad boy. You know, everything was just like coming up Millhouse, you know? Ooh, almost hit that thing. And I might have to move the power washer. Yeah, everything was just coming up Millhouse, man. I don't know. Okay. Let me save the game real quick. And then I'm going to look at contracts. And, see if there's some contracts we can start doing. Bale wrap, harvest, sugar beet, parsley, carrot. Ooh, a couple soybean ones. They're not a lot of money. Ooh, 13k hoeing. Yes. We're gonna do that one for sure. Yeah. Okay. That's a little baby tractor. Let's take the Lambo. We'll leave the Vulture for the big jobs. Ooh, God, I almost hit that fucking power washer again. Yeah. We're gonna keep using the Lambo for like a lot of contract work and the small stuff and like the transporting goods around and stuff. I think the Lambo is still the right call. And then we'll save the Valtra for a lot of the field work because a lot of the, you know, the new plow and the new planter, those require, you know, big horsepower. So we're going to need the Vulture for that. Oh man, this is awesome. Alright, let's grab this. Oh, it's this field right in front of us on field 2. Cool. Cool. No, I don't know if Oh shit, man, she was still rolling. I don't know if I need the front weight, but you know, we'll grab it. Why not? And unfold this bad boy and set the AI off and working. Oh man, what a day. You know, this just feels so good. After all those things that were happening, you know, like sleeping through last month and stuff, I was just so down that it even ruined a lot of my favorite time, which was the harvesting. You know, I was harvesting the soybeans. It wasn't until I got about halfway through the field that I was finally like starting to enjoy it a little bit more because I was so upset. But and the more I just kept thinking and stuff kept coming up, and I was just like, now I'm like, holy shit, we just completely redid the entire farm, upgraded equipment. I don't know what kind of payments we're looking at. What is it, like 52 for the Voltra, another 18. Shit, dude, that's like 70k in payments now between those two things. That might have been the mistake. I got greedy. But I also don't know how much those greenhouses are going to bring in each month until we get that going. Man. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, as I was finishing that last contract next door, doing the weeding, I realized I'm not going to be able to wait until July when the soybeans we have in the silo are ready to sell, and I'm not going to be able to wait till April, I think it's April, to plant the next round of soybeans. We need to make some big money besides contract money to pay off our finance payments and stuff coming up. So I came up with an idea. I wanted to do silage before, and I think now's the perfect time, because if we look at the calendar for grass, we can plant grass. This is the last month to plant grass, so we can use the new planter we got, which is a direct planter, which means I don't have to plow this field or nothing. We can just plant the grass. I do need to buy the soil info on this though. Purchase soil information, 2,500. Okay. pH value's bad, so we'll need to lime it first. And we got the lime spreader now, but we'll need to lime it. Then we can go straight into planting it. We'll roll it, and then when we can probably get. It takes 2 months to grow, so we can harvest in January, and then 2 more months, and we can harvest in March. So we can get 2 harvests out of this before we need to plant soybeans in April. So we can get 2 grass harvests. We'll have to rent the mowers, the balers, and the wrappers, which shouldn't cost too much each time we do that, and the grassland roller. But I think it'll totally be worth it, because field this big, it's over 5 hectares, to be able to get 2 silage harvests out of this will be huge for us to get us by in the meantime, until we can really turn this field into something. And hell, if we make a ton of money off of this, because we can estimate, let's look at our stock checker. So our soybean, oh wow, look, we got money coming in from lettuce too, I forgot. So that soybean harvest from the other field has a max value of 134,000. And that's off of this plot of land that's 3.77. This plot of land is 5.2. So like an extra acre and a half. So probably another 50%. So if we did soybeans on this field, I don't know, I'm just making a rough estimate. We probably could pull in a max value of 200K, give or take. A little more, a little less or something, but about 200K. But depending on how much silage yields, it may, it may be more profitable. It may be a better option to just keep the grass on this field for now and consider other plots of land for, other crops and stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I need the lime. How much is this going to cost me? I'm going to fill her up. Okay. 5,400, not bad. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and lime up this field. God, I hate that I couldn't get the straight lines to work on that. Oof. Let's check this out. Let's get some lines going. Some steering assist. Okay. And, pull back. Oop. Oh, wrong way. Alright. Okay. On. Go. Let's lime this field up real quick, and then we'll get to planting grass. Alright, that lime cost way more than I expected. And definitely had to upgrade the capacity. Like that 20,000 liters didn't even get like half that field done. It took in total... Okay, no, it did do half the field. It took about 32,000 liters. Yeah. That is ridiculous. Alright. Spark up the Lambo. Let's get the Voltra. And then, we gotta fill up the Voltra, and we're gonna plant grass. Wonder how much fertilizer I'm gonna need for this job. I don't think it'll need much seed, but it's probably gonna need quite a bit of fertilizer. Jeez, come on, brakes. Whew. This thing did not want to stop. Ugh, 12K, man, we are just chewing through the money. Alright. We got seed, we got fertilizer. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm just finishing up planting all the grass and everything, and I didn't realize grass didn't use that much fertilizer. Like with all the different crops, they all use a varying amount from a little bit to a lot to excessive, you know. The only one I ever remember is always soybeans, because soybeans don't use any. They're the only crop that uses no fertilizer. Um, so I forgot that grass didn't really use that much. I haven't planted grass a lot, only here and there, but uh, usually it's just like on contracts and stuff. I've never planted grass on any of my fields, but yeah, so this is gonna be the first time to deal with grass and all that, and try and make some money off of silage. So, but we should be able to get 2 harvests out, and then if the money's good enough, then we'll just leave this field, like grass field, for silage. And if the money's not good enough, then we'll swap over to soybeans, you know, which is my current plan. You know, it just depends on how much, because I know silage can bring in a lot of money, but it's going to require a lot of extra equipment and stuff, so we'll have to figure that out. I know this first round, these first two grass harvests for silage and stuff, we're going straight with just renting it and stuff. Just squeaked in there. Glad I moved this out when I originally. Man, this thing, the brakes, because of how heavy this planter is, man, the brakes do not want to stop this. But yeah, I think for these first couple rounds, we're definitely just going to rent the stuff just to see, because I'm not gonna have the money to buy all that stuff yet. But all right, I'm gonna set the worker out on roll in this field, and I'll catch back up.
We were young, wild under open skies, chasing horizons with open eyes. Yeah, I walk along where we once ran, through streets that still hold the shape of our plans. The skyline feels like a friend I knew, holding the echoes of me and you.
Okay, well, the game crashed just as I was working on finding some logs, so I just had to. Man, things look weird now because like all my settings got like erased. So I just went there and like tried to change some of them. I had field of view set to wider, but like I it crashed once before, and they must have reset these settings and I didn't notice. So now that I reset them to this, it looks weird. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. I don't know. I'm just guessing now. I don't know. I thought he's throwing him at like 90 or whatever, but now I don't know because this is different than PS5, and like everything's just fucking whack now. That pisses me off. Alright, so I just woke up here in January and I was looking through some of my stuff like statistics. We did finish off those contracts last month, so we're at 97. We're almost at 100 contracts. We Since it's January, we just rolled into year 3 and we have all the collectibles and stuff. Man, I had 305,000. That means it was about 125,000 or just shy of that for my loan payments and stuff or whatever. Like, okay, 136, but we did have some income from like lettuce and stuff. So, and then I was looking at this. This is our grass field. I thought I would be able to get 2 harvests in. I thought it was only 2 months for grow, and then you can harvest. And if you look at the calendar, you can harvest grass year round. But I guess after it's a little different. But the thing is if you look at on the bottom right under field info, the bottom one says growth 2 of 4. That's what it said the previous month, which is confusing. Because after planting it, I thought it said 1 of 4. Then I went to the next month and it said 2 of 4 in December because we planted in November. So I thought January would be 3 of 4, which is the first of the 2 harvest levels, because there's 2 harvest stages, and you get a lot more if you wait till the final growth stage. But now I guess it's not, or it's longer. I'm not sure, but it's looking like, based on the calendar here, because we wanted to, where's it down? Soybeans we can plant in April. Technically we can wait till May to plant them, but if we can't take the first harvest until February, and that's going to be the lower of the 2 stages, and then if it takes potentially 2 or 3 more months, we might not get a second harvest. Well, if it takes 3 more, we could technically harvest, I guess, in February and then May. And then as soon as we harvest in the morning of May, we'll plant soybeans in the evening. But then I'm kind of wondering, should I wait? Because that's not going to give us the full breakdown of how much we'll make from these silage bales when we get done. So I'm wondering if I should wait the extra month till March, till it's fully grown, harvest it then, and bale it, and then we'd have to wait a month for the silage bales to ferment. So we would sell those in April, because we wait till March, harvest, wrap the bales and everything, and then April is when we can sell them. Because I was looking at prices too, and where's silage is down here. It's pretty much the bottom's 354 and the top's 364, so it's going to be the same year round. So I don't know if I just want to try and get peak yield out of one, or do 2 mid yields and wait till May to plant soybeans. I don't know how much we're really going to be able to make off this.